Hey guys, getting ready to film episode 2 out here in the shop. In this episode we're going to fix the wiring harness. We've got a broken spot in it. The wires running back to the tail lights and brake lights, they're broke. So we're gonna splice those. Gonna work on the transmission tunnel where the previous owner had a transmission explode on them. It's got a bulge. We gotta straighten that back out. Yeah, button up some wiring, put some new battery cables in, probably get the wheels pulled off, get ready to get some tires on those, get those painted up so we can get some fresh tires. All right, not sure how good a footage we're gonna get down here under the car, but basically where the wiring harness comes in from the firewall and runs to the back, we had a break right here. So we're gonna solder in some new, I had another harness, so I cut a section of it out, so I've got matching color wires. We're gonna solder them in, heat shrink them, and get some shielding around them and get it tucked back up in there. Be good as new. I don't like this camera angle. Stand by. All right, no guarantees on camera angles for this because this is awkward. But it's just stripping wires and soldering patches in. It's not rocket science. So, can take each one, strip quite a bit off of it. Oh, fat guy trapped under a little car with a hot poker. Yep, I'm asking to get burned. Look, this is just a El Cheapo soldering iron from Home Depot. I've had better ones. I had a really nice Radio Shack shop, the soldering station, but it was more for bench work. You definitely wouldn't want to be trying to lay under a car with it. So this is kind of handy for that, but it does take a while to heat up. There we go. That should be good for that one. So that's on there. I see my, looks like the reverse switch is missing wires. We'll have to fix that, but not a biggie. Some heat shrink over it. Ow, that's hot. When you lay your soldering iron down, don't lay it to where you're going to grab it with your hand, because that's hot. Hi. You're a baby. You're a good girl. You're a good girl. You're a good girl. Hey, get up. Don't lick me. Say hi to Lily. Oops. Hi, Lily. Oh, sure, then you turn around and run the other way. Oh, hello. That's scary. And we can come back down a little bit. Too much wind. because I got my fans running in the shop. All right, good enough. Hey guys, back out here in the shop today. Hunter's going to join us for a while. He's going to start taking the wheels off, getting those cleaned up so we can get them painted and get some new tires put on. You'll get to watch him for a little bit since we haven't got to see his lovely face on camera much. I'm going to get my ugly face back under the car where it belongs and finish up that wiring. Alright guys, Hunter not feeling too good. He's going to go in and lay down for a while, I guess. I don't know. I'm going to keep plugging away. I've got most of that wiring harness down there buttoned up. I'm going to actually go ahead and drop the transfer case out here in a few minutes. Look at that, plus the switch on the transfer case, the wires are broke on it. So I want to get it out and get it fixed, and then that harness will be all the way buttoned up. Just trying to use this to get all the loose stuff off, and then we'll rough them up real good and sand and paint them. It's hard to get much quicker than this just for knocking dirt and paint off and rust. You can tell whoever painted this wheel before did not do any prep work. That's what happens when you don't do prep work for paint. You didn't still smooth paint underneath, you're not going to get any new paint to stick to that. You've got to score up the surface, rough it up, give that paint something to adhere to. We're back out here. It's gonna be a short video this week. I threw my back out on Sunday. It's now Wednesday. I'm just now getting to where I feel like being out here. So I've got these wheels sanded down, getting ready to paint. We're gonna take the air hose to them, blow off the dust, get some degreaser and wipe them down and get them sprayed up and painted. A couple other things in this video, but that's gonna be about it for this week. Just something to get some content out there to you. Give you a quick look at the back side of them here after a couple coats of paint on them. Getting ready to flip them over and get the front side. I always paint the back side first. That way, if I flip them over and they're still a little damp, and I get a little scuff mark, it's not gonna be a big deal. Nobody's gonna notice. Front side's what we want to look really good. So let's flip them over and get those. Okay, so what we've got here, it's going to be hard for me to film, so I'll end up moving you around a bunch, I'm sure, but you see he's going down the road. He said the old transmission just went boom. Could have been a real bad day, but luckily it just bulged our sheet metal some. I'm going to hammer this out best I can. I'm probably going to have, since this metal is so bad stretched, I'm going to have to come back in and probably cut a little bit out and then butt it together, and then we'll weld those back up. I'm going to have to move that camera. I'll try and get you set up somewhere where you can see what's going on, and we'll see what we can do. This is my first time trying to do some body work like this, but I got a general idea. Anyway, okay. Alright, as you can see, I've done a little patch job on this transmission tunnel where it blew up. It's not pretty. I am not a welder, but I own a grinder, so there's that. Not to mention it'll never be seen. Carpet will be put in and you won't know it's there. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't going to rust and kind of get it beat back into shape. And it's pretty close. I mean, it's not going to be perfect, and I don't care. That's going to wrap up this video. We're going to take a break, reset, get all the tools cleaned up from this week. Next, I think we are going to probably start going through the brakes and wheel bearings and just check over everything in the axle's real good. Change my diff fluid, all that good stuff. Not quite ready to set the engine in yet, just because waiting on a clutch plate, a few other things. Gonna get the transmission cleaned up, change fluid in it. I've got all new switches for the transmission and transfer case, as far as like the reverse light switch and the backup lights and the fifth gear switch. All of those were broken, so I ordered all of those today. Got to get a master cylinder. Need to get that ordered, and I'm sure I'll run into lots of little things, but we're getting closer. Hopefully in another week or so we can start putting the engine in. Got the wheels painted up. You saw those. Gonna go get tires put on those next week. I'll flip this around, show you the wheels. And there's our wheels. Nothing fancy, just good old black wheels. Like I say, that's gonna do it for today. Just kind of getting geared up. Hopefully I'll have some more time in the shop out here on 4th of July weekend. I got a long weekend from the day job. I'm going to try and make as much progress as I can on this. I might start sanding on the body this next week, getting it ready for paint. If you've made it this far in the video, which I hope you have, give me your thoughts and opinions on paint colors. What color should I paint this thing? Originally I was gonna Raptor line it, but I realized not everybody's into the Raptor liner. I Raptor line mine because I'm out bouncing through the woods all day. But we'll just do a regular paint job on it, which sucks because there's a bit more work. You know, Raptor liner will cover up a lot of scratches and small dents and things like that. So luckily this thing's got a pretty dang straight body, few dents to work out. Just got to decide on a paint. I was thinking either like a blue with the black wheels and black top, or like a dark, almost gunmetal gray. I don't know. Y'all let me know what you think.